I also wanted to look at the definition of reconciliation. And, we were sitting there and we decided to Google it, me and my mom. And this popped up, the restorations of friendly relations. That's a bit of a misnomer. As a Mohawk from the East Coast, right from day one, it has been conflictual. It has been conflict. And so we can't think that we're trying to go back to some time where it was all perfect and all rosy. We got to think we are trying to build something that has never existed. That can be scary, or it can be incredibly inspirational. But the second definition that pops up about reconciliation is the action of making one view or belief compatible with another. I kind of think this is more what we're trying to do. We as a country are trying to bring all our beliefs together. We're trying to swim along. We're trying to go on that river of life together. And it's really hard. It's complicated. It's frustrating. And you think about the synonyms of reconciliation: appeasement, fence mending, rapprochement, agreement, compromise, understanding. There were two words, peace and balancing, really stood out to me. As an Ongwehongwe woman, as a Mohawk woman, there are two fundamental core beliefs. We are governed by something called the Great Law of Peace. And the Great Law of Peace, when you're seeking peace, if you do not have peace, it means there's something unbalanced within you and within your culture. So these really spoke to me when I thought about reconciliation. What we're trying to do is we're trying to seek peace, because right now we're unbalanced as a nation. And that unbalancing is starting to affect more and more and more people. And when we talk about reconciliation, we talk about what we can do. I think a lot about it as a mother now. What can I do? How can I change? There's so much to do. It's not a destination. It's a lifestyle. It's a way, when I talk about Canada, when I think about where we're at in this country, we're trying to build something that never existed ever anywhere on this planet. That's scary, but it's also an amazing opportunity. And people don't think, there's many people in this world that don't think that can happen, right? We have some interesting stuff going down south of the border. They don't think it can happen. There's a movement away from multiculturalism towards more of that strong-armed man of authority that's going to tell everybody how to live and how to pray and how to love and how to act. Well, I'm not willing to accept that. It's not possible. And I'm not willing to accept, just like I wasn't willing to accept that I was going to be anybody's victim. I didn't know exactly how I was going to make sure that happened, but I knew I wasn't going to accept it. And how do we do that? Well, I look at my children every day and I say, I can always find that humanity in other people. Diversity is our strength on an Olympic team. And the reason why we were able to work, where we were able to do what we did, is because we had a common objective and we had a common game plan. This country has a possibility to be something incredible. But we need to remember our humanity for each other, and that it's not, murdered and missing Indigenous women is not just about Indigenous women, but it's about women. That clean water is not just about clean water for Indigenous people, but it's about for all people. And we have to make those issues our issues. We have to find that, because we don't have a choice. I look at my children and they look me in the eye and they hold me accountable. And at the end of the day, when they ask me, Mom, what did you do to make this country better? I want to cry because I'm proud of myself. I don't want to look away because I didn't do anything. And we look at our leadership, we look at the political leadership and we think, well, they'll do it. We don't need to do it. They'll do it. We need to do it. Every single one of us.